Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. This is going to be a really quick video on how to replace the battery on a 2015 Mercedes GLK350, but I'm sure it applies to a lot of other GLK Mercedes. Alright, driver's side. Right there, that red handle, pull it down to start the hood opening up. Okay, you'd never know it was there if you didn't know it was there. Okay. Number two, finish opening the hood by pulling on that thing right there. Okay, get the hood open. Number three, and this is the special Froggy special tip that I'm going to give you. Take the hood and hook it up to something so that it'll stay up in the air. Unhook the top of one of those gas struts, and the way you do that is you just pull this little, it's like a little U-shaped metal piece. Just pull it about halfway back, and then you can just pop the rest of it right off. It's just got a little ball, a little ball, like a hole right there for the ball, and the ball goes in the hole right there. Okay, that's going to give you all kinds of room here, all kinds of room, because the battery's heavy. Number three, two, I believe 13mm screws right there, and this hold down piece right there, it's already off. It's down over there. So you got to get a long extension, which is like one of those. Reach down there, do those two, unscrew those, and then take that clamp off. And then undo the battery to 10mm. One there, I'm pointing at the positive side. The other one is right there, I'm pointing at the negative side. And there'll be a like breather for the battery right there. The breather is that plastic hose right there, and it's got a little red clip on the end of it, a little red 90-degree elbow on the end of it. That goes into the battery, on the side of the battery, right there. See the hole right there? My flashlight is on it. So once you've done all those things, if you want to save from having to re-enter the radio codes, put a jumper on the positive and the negative and keep power to the radio. That way you won't have to bother with that step. What else? Just be careful you don't hurt your back lifting it out, and go to Costco or wherever you want to go and buy a new battery. This new battery I got, it was like 150, I think. And it's not AGM. You do not have to have AGM. The old one I took out was AGM, but it doesn't really matter. Your car only wants 12 volts. It doesn't care whether it comes from a lead acid battery or an AGM battery. Okay? So, let's, I'm going to have to put this camera down so I can lift this thing in there. Okay? Give me a second. Okay. Wow, I kind of dropped it, flopped it, put it in there. Tried not to break anything when you put it in there. Now that's in there, I'm going to put the clamp back down, the two 13mm, and then reattach. I'll show you. Okay, so it's down tight. I put the vent on there. Now there's always some confusion over which terminal to connect first. And remember, I've got a jumper, so this car is live, but I am just going to go by what I have found out from Googling it. Positive first, and then the negative. Okay? So that's the positive, it's on there. Okay, so there wasn't any drama, and now I'm going to remove my jumper. I don't think it matters which order I remove the jumper, as long as I don't touch anything together. So that. I'm holding it in one hand and the other one. And so now the jumper's out of the picture. I'm still not. Oops. I apologize. I just dropped the camera. Let's get oriented again. So, maybe I'll just shoot this over again. So, going in the order that I Googled it and I found 2 or 3 references, put the positive back first, then the negative. Make sure they're squared off and tight. Remember, make sure that there's some of this post sticking out of the clamp. Post sticking out. Can you see it? Can you see it? It's not quite a 1/4 inch, but maybe 3/16 maybe. All right. So make sure you've got them shoved down there good. Now I'm going to get my jumper out of the way. I can close this. This is for jumping your car right there when you need to jump your car. So cover that up. This is the other place if you need to jump your car right here. That's the ground. So I've got a cover here that goes back on the positive side. You get 2 little things that go in the holes there. I guess like that. Doesn't seem to go down very flat, but who knows? I had my doubts that that would stay on there, so I put a couple little holes in there and I put a zip tie on there so it can't pop out of there. There's 3 clips on this battery cover, 1 right in the middle there, 2, 3, and you're gonna have to kind of wiggle it and jiggle it and get it to fit in there, but it should go in there. I found setting this in first and then that other side worked pretty well. So that's on there. I've got another engine cover off over here. I'm not sure I remember why I took that off. Put that back on there. It's got a little locator thing here and 4 clips, excuse me. Don't forget to put your gas strut back. Excuse the angle. I just had to lift up on it a little bit. Pop that on there. Oops. Well, that was supposed to pop in, but anyway, I'll retrieve it and it just popped the clip back on there. Right on there. So it worked. I just started it up. I'm not going to do that over again. And also, by the way, keeping the jump starter cables and keeping the power active to the car, it worked for the radio too. The radio did not forget or go dead because of that security thing, because the power was never interrupted. Now, if you knock those leads off the jumper for even a second, it might. So you have to be very careful, because where those jumpers are located is just where you're lifting that battery over it. Okay? Be safe, have fun. Froggy out. Let's go, Brandon.